Thanks for the follow, Frag. We're just waiting on the player to restart, and then we're going to get started soon. I appreciate the follow. Alright, hello and welcome to Fragments of Remains, Session 35, A Watery Grave. With us having last week off, seems to be almost turning into an every other week game while we were in this watery cave. But let's check in with the players and see how their last couple of weeks were. Clue, you were, or Zanashi, you were on vacation. So how was your couple weeks, bud?
It was good. Not a lot of complaints other than trying to get started heading out was kind of a nightmare because the interstate was shut down. Going north on I-75 just past Tampa, so I had to take an alternate route to get around it. Cost me an hour, and for the most part, the rest of the way wasn't too bad. Construction zone here or there, but it wasn't terrible or nothing. But had a lot of fun, man, in the mountains. You know, calves were sore from all the walking. Even the day of just driving to get from West Virginia to Tennessee and not actually doing any walking did not help them recuperate. They were just, I walked a lot. Went white water rafting. I did the little ones because I decided my daughter's first time I wanted to do the little ones with her. Make sure she was going to be okay with it. But that was fun. It wasn't fun trying to get back inside the the raft though. You know, once we hit a spot where we could get out and swim, you know, it's a little.
You fell for the good old trick of getting out.
Oh, what a trick, man! I had to pee. You know, best place to be is to get in the water.
Stay away from me.
Pretty much. But yeah, but it felt good to swim though. The only thing that sucked though was my daughter lost her glasses. So that'll be out some money there. Replacing those because she's already used my insurance this year.
That's rough, buddy. But overall, at least you had a good time.
Oh, for sure. It was well worth it.
Nice. Yeah, you need to learn to not wear your glasses when you're doing stuff like that.
It's
Trust
not
me, I learned
that
that at a young age.
somebody was supposed to hold them, and then that person gave them to someone else to hold, and that person lost them.
Yeah, no, they go into a bag. They go into a wet bag or a dry bag, and they stay there for the trip.
Mm-hmm. I jumped in the water with my glasses on, and I kept them on my face because I did not want to lose my glasses.
Well, that's good. At least you kept them. I've lost a couple pair like that before. Togo, how's your couple weeks?
Let's see. I mean, fairly eventful. I went to a wedding on Saturday, and I was supposed to go to a concert on Sunday, but the main acts were canceled because they got COVID. So that was unfortunate. But I've done a lot of working. Was on call for isolating livers for the first time, and got to see some of those. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, overall it's pretty good.
So nothing interesting is what you're saying.
Yeah, nothing interesting. A
Modar,
normal 2 weeks.
your normal 2 weeks. Modar, how was your couple weeks?
Yeah, it's been good. Managed to get out on the water a couple times for mini season, and went out with some friends, did some fishing as well. Caught some fish, did all right on for lobster, but got to do some swimming and enjoy everything. Enjoy the weather down here for the summer when you can.
That's good. So you got a couple good-sized lobsters.
Yeah, we ended up with like 12 or 13, I think, at the end of the day. Slow start to the day, but we finished strong. Yeah, no, we had a good day. Got in. The biggest thing with that is just avoiding all the people, man. There's just so much traffic and so much just people being stupid on the water. So get in, be as safe as you can while you're in the water, and have fun while you can.
That's good. Since Alencia is MIA, Lusk, how is dinner and how is your couple weeks?
Been doing all right. I the dinner was nice. I actually I skipped out early to make sure I'd be relatively on time. I found out I've lost what, like 20 plus pounds in the past couple months. So I finally fit back into my old suits again. Real nice feeling.
That's
That's
awesome.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty effing hype,
The
actually.
diet working out for you,
I,
huh?
I found
Yeah.
you 20 pounds.
It's like, where did I leave it? I'm trying to figure out where it goes.
I was actually kind of waiting for you to make like a joke and say that you lost 20 pounds, so now you can fit back into like sweatpants. But I just figured you were making a turn with it.
I mean,
But I'm glad
that's
it was
normally a
actually
fair
good news.
assumption, but it was, yeah, actually genuinely wholesome news.
I bought some swimming trunks to take for vacation. I didn't try them on, had them shipped, just packed them. And then the day of the whitewater rafting, I'm going to throw these shorts on, before we leave the hotel. And I couldn't get them up over my hips. I'm like, are you shitting me? So that was disappointing. But luckily, I did bring some backup swimming trunks just in case.
I'm super jealous of your vacation. Those vacation pics looked absolutely sick.
Yeah, but the pictures just don't do it any justice, man. When I look at the pictures, I'm like, it doesn't look as good in a picture.
It never does, man. It never does.
I mean, I thought they did a pretty damn good job, but I wouldn't be the one to know. Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
I was
It
wondering
was
where
a
you
good time.
posted them, but I found them real quick.
I don't even remember where I posted them.
On your channel, or not on your channel, but on your Discord. That does look nice.
No, you had a bunch of the caves and everything else. Yeah, there was a bunch of cool
Mhm.
stuff in there.
Oh yeah, the cave was cool.
Well,
Oh yeah,
speaking of caves, did you find any tentacles in there?
no,
Oh,
but that dang bog or swamp in the mountains at 3,000 feet was like cool as crap, man. I would have never thought something like that would exist. It gives me new, you know, thinking when I'm creating a campaign world. When you think, okay, a swamp can't be in the mountain. Well, yes, it can.
yes, it can.
One of the coolest places I've ever been was on the West Coast. You go up in Washington. They've got some temperate rainforests. That was really cool. Like I'm talking crystal clear water, like running water that you thought was sitting still, like looking down streams that are like running hard, and it's just you can see right down to the bottom and you can count the moss, like the blades off the moss. It was amazing.
Reminds me of spring. A lot of the springs down here in Florida.
I'll have to throw some more pictures up in there too. I didn't throw any in there from Tennessee.
So, which of you want to give the recap before we get into our little bits of combat that you know to lay before you?
Not bad. I thought we were going to talk to the tentacles.
Yeah, combat. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, according to what you were telling me, Togo, you were trying to figure out good things to shoot off a fairy fire in the beginning. So, I mean, I was
No,
just
no, no.
going
I'm a
off.
bard. Aren't I supposed to try to seduce tentacles? Isn't that how that works?
I'm
I
just
think I saw
going
a
from
show
what you
about
told
this
me,
once.
bud. If you want to try to seduce tentacles, let's go for it.
I'll take away the explanation. So last I recall, we were in a different section of these cavernous underwater caverns, very very extensive, looking for the remains of this boat we had set upon our quest on. After some exploration, we discovered some shells that upon removing from the water, that they had an luminous color. I think there was an orange blue one, pink. I think there was a pink green one. But point is, they were all different colors. Uh, and it took quite a bit of time. There was a snafu with the statue, where we were moving that around underwater. Found out that there was essentially a statue puzzle where we had to place all the statues in a correct order. But we didn't find this out until well after we had fucked up the original placement of the statues and made things way more confusing than we needed to. Uh, we were 100% overthinking the puzzle, but we got the statues into place is the important part, and we got the four shells which we had placed into a different puzzle, unlocking this voluminous room that had crevices cut into the very bottom. Now, Zanashi started sneaking through to reach the boat on the other side. I didn't notice. Cast an illusion right in the middle and activated a battle. I believe Modar was exploring the room with a familiar, which dove down into one of the holes and for some reason did not ignite the battle. But all the same, the battle has been ignited and tentacles are very angry. It's definitely not some kind of imprisoned underwater kraken.
And I want to make sure that I reiterate um, that we did discover that I am becoming a god and that I have followers, that the party is my followers.
That Lust did
Yes.
think wasn't they were invisible.
And we also established that um, Zanashi was right about how to open the door.
Absolutely.
Except for
Well-
Zanashi was trying to move the statue into the other room and moving all of the statues into the room, and we never would have gotten the shell if we'd only listened to Zanashi.
All right.
We don't talk
Listen,
about that.
Zanashi moves in mysterious ways. The goddess's ways are well beyond a pittance of a mortal's intelligence that we all possess.
I'm also
We
gonna,
don't-
just so you know there, Lust, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of bonus XP because you didn't single anyone out there with the statues. You'd admitted it was a group effort.
It was a group effort.
Listen, the details are unimportant. The only thing that matters is that Zanashi brought us to the light, as our goddesses want to do.
Thank you. Glad
got
you
you.
admit it.
Admit it. I am not. I am completely unlike the heathens of the party, aka Modar and apparently Togo.
Damn, I love Lust now.
I don't know. It's just a charm I have. What can I say? I'm a loyal follower. My mouth hurts, so I stopped talking. I stopped talking. But yeah, that's all the
That's pretty
details I have.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to add in before we get into a little bit of a narrative?
I think that sounds like just about everything.
We found that one room in the side that had the potions, and somebody started drinking random potions, and
There
I
we
put
go.
on a great performance, miming that I drank the blue potion, but I didn't. I mean, totally drinking the blue potion, and everyone believed it because I rolled a 30 on the roll.
Yep,
Or
that's
32,
true.
I think.
But who led us
31.
to that room? Zanashi.
A 31 versus a nat 1 on perception.
Yes, it was beautiful.
You scrolled up into the chat, didn't you?
I did.
It's like, like that number is going to be noted on his character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. I think that deserves a good top-notch EXP reward.
Oh yeah, and we can't go back out right now because of the water that's pressing against the here.
Good detail.
We can't leave past this square.
All right. So let's continue our story on May 10th, year 1101. At least, that's the best that each of you can tell. You've been inside this watery cave for what seems like an eternity at this point. Weaving, winding, making your way through turns, dips, having to hold your breath at times before even able to create a little bit of breathing room just a few hours ago. Your bodies are beaten, bruised, and your blood has been spilled inside the water while in the cave. But a sigh of relief for each of you as you enter a room, the fluorescent coral lighting green on the north, wrapping around to the east, bits of purple and yellow and blue down on the south. The remains of the ship lie across the room. However, it seems that holes are carved into the ground. Zanashi started to make her way around, moving quite stealthily, while Modar sent down his dancing lights, the globules finding a gray surface. Lusk sets the minor illusion above one of the holes, and then tentacles spring from each of the crevices. With us already rolling initiative, we'll begin our turn order, round 1, with Togo.
All right.
Go Togo, go Togo, go.
So I am going to cast at first level Fairy Fire.
Oh,
Why did that use my spell slot? There we go. And I'm going to cast it where we were saying, like, what was that?
Well, there was a couple of choices that you were trying to make. So,
I think there was the one that probably is going to work the best because it'll get these two in. I'm not going to be able to get that one in no matter what, and get this one in.
it's a 10-foot radius, right?
It's a 20-foot cube.
If you hit this one, it hits 3.
What?
you had to go through at least half of the token. Not just, like, touch it.
Oh,
Yeah, so, like, I could do...
actually, that is half of 3 tokens.
Oh. That is half of 3 tokens. That's exactly half. I thought I was only getting a quarter of one.
Yeah.
I will do that one then.
Okay.
And then... that will be my turn.
As the fairy fire gives a bit of a flash, you see a couple of the tentacles just become encased with the arcane energy, and as it does, you see them slow just a bit. The third one, closest to you, Modar, Lusk, and Alencia, seems to be unaffected.
Boo.
Anything else for your turn, Togo?
That'll be it.
All right. The tentacle near you, Zanashi, winds up and stretches forward. You see these suction cups that line the bottom of the tentacle, and as it attempts to attack you, that will be a 28 to hit.
No, I'm gonna shield that.
I don't think you can.
That's it.
Ways of
You
Zanashi
find-
are mysterious and plenty.
You find yourself grappled and restrained, and as the tentacle squeezes, the suction cups hold tight, and you can feel a couple of your bones crack. You will take 20 points of damage.
Oh, God.
Is that it?
That is it. The tentacle farthest away reaches, grabs a couple of stones before just flinging them across the room towards the ship. As it batters against the wall, bits of rocks are broken away and beat upon the ship. Valencia.
Blue, do you still have access to Alencia's character sheet?
Oh shit.
He should.
I completely forgot. Okay, did we establish last week? I mean, obviously I wasn't playing him during this part of it. But did we establish that the poison that didn't do much to him, or did
We never
not
attacked it.
establish- Okay.
That is correct.
Okay, so he'll move forward.
Ooh.
I'll move forward to that one. And it'll be the Growl's Mouse.
All right. Swinging forward with the Drow's Malice, a short sword. It gives a little bit of the sparkle of green.
Should be at advantage.
Swinging through.
Should it?
Oh, I
It's
thought
got Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire was the other way around, but yes, you're right.
Oh. Let me roll again.
16?
Yes.
That is a hit. And some decent damage. For a second, I thought... Well, I guess for more than a second, I thought Fairy Fire was the other way around. Disadvantage on my attacks.
No, Fairy
Any
Fire is
attack rolled
lighting
against
up the
affected
targets.
creature has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object cannot benefit from invisibility.
Oh,
20's a hit. Good.
Yes, it is.
Advantage paying off. Ooh, nice. The 20 doing some decent damage.
And I guess with that, that's the end of his turn. Or her turn.
Valencia slicing through the water effortlessly, striking this tentacle, with it moving just a tad bit slower. It seems to be quite a bit easier to hit, and it seems quite a bit bloodied. The water getting a light hueish of red about the area. You can do the bonus action strike if you want, just as a reminder, because Valencia is a monk.
Sure. It's an unarmed strike, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Where's it at on her sheet? I don't see it. Unless it's discipline.
I think it is. Oh no, nope, never mind, that's something different. Just roll the D20 and then it's pretty much like plus an 8.
The damage is D6 plus 3.
Well, that's not going to hit this time.
Unfortunately, I miss. 2 5s on the die, no hit. Zanashi, it's your turn.
Well, Zanashi is going to... use the action dodge.
You are grappled and restrained.
I can dodge. Fuck. Let me try to break out.
Lol.
Zanashi's reflexes are too fast. She would dodge it.
Sanashi fades out of existence into the ethereal realms.
I completely forgot I was fucking grappled, Kyle.
You're like, I'm gonna dodge. Like, okay, you're grappled and restrained, bud. Oh, and even with it holding quite tight, you break free from the tentacle, and you are no longer grappled and restrained.
Sick.
It's a pretty high DC to beat too, to be fair. So well done.
Yeah, but it took my action to do. I have nothing that I can do. Other than maybe move. Get up on this rock a little better. That's it, man. That's all I can do.
Lusk, that brings us to you, bud.
Okay. I will swim through Modar Square over to the tentacle over here, and I will cast Booming Blade. Yeah. 25 to hit.
That'll play.
Total of 23 damage. Again, I'm pretty much on the minimum end of the damage. Oh wait, I'm sorry, the Booming Blade was maxed out at least. After which I will use the disengage action and I will dip out behind Alencia.
Got it.
Brave Sir Robin ran
10,
away.
20, 30, 40. You said underwater is difficult terrain?
Correct.
Alright, that's as far as I get then. That is my turn.
Modar.
All right. How deep is this water we're in right now? Has it risen, or is it still?
It's about 6 to 7 foot deep. Unless like you're over one of the crevices, then it's much deeper.
Gotcha. But the water, like, there's no water in the crevice, right? Wasn't the water like sweeping, like the crevice was open space, or there is water over the top of the crevice?
The water is over the crevice. The water is actually coming into the room from the crevice.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I remember you saying that, but I thought that meant like there was open air above the crevice and it was like pouring out. Okay, never mind. I understand now. All right. Well, I am going to disengage and move back here next to Togo.
I guess a really good way to describe it, since most of us are familiar with it, is envision it more like a spring.
Sick.
Gotcha. And with the disengage being my action, that's all I've got for this turn.
I'm gonna get a bit closer and try to find something to grab, but is unsuccessful. Being slashed a couple of times, this one will reach out and with almost a vengeance of an attempt, strike Alencia. That is a 27 to hit.
Jesus.
Alencia will take 17 points of damage and become grappled and restrained. I'm going to move around and frantically waving about, it will attempt to grab the closest thing. Ooh, Lusk. I think you might be lucky. A 19.
I shield.
Bringing your AC to
23.
boss. I know your AC isn't as high as Kadir's, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty well off. So with the tentacle fleeing towards you, you bring up this opaque barrier, and as it slashes into it, it attempts to grab. You see the suction cups just grab the barrier, and as it does, you can see it just tightening just a bit, and with that, the barrier cracks just a tad. But it does prevent the attack from connecting. Togo, it's your turn.
How does everybody in the group look? Like, actually, can I see Zanashi from here? No, probably can't.
Yes, you can. You're not too far away. I would say like maneuvering yourself a little bit would definitely help. But you have at least a general idea where she is. And before she went into the water, she wasn't looking great as it was.
Got it. So 5, 15. So to move to there would be 20 feet of movement. Plus a
Indeed.
reaction attack, most likely. Yes. I mean, I don't expect you to answer that question. I'm just talking out loud. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna move there.
It is difficult terrain.
Yes, and that'll be all my movement.
You
'Cause
sure?
Should be. So it'll be 5 feet. 5 feet to move into the water, I'm assuming, unless you from here to here would be difficult
that's
terrain as
5
well.
foot. No, that's just
And then-
Halfling move.
There you go.
And then that would be 20, so it'd be 25 feet.
Mm-hmm. I meant like, are you sure you wanted to do that? But you've made the call.
Yeah.
All right.
Am I getting a opportunity attack or attack as I come by?
Nope.
All right.
Probably got a 10-foot reach, so he probably didn't move out of its melee range.
That's what I was
Oh.
thinking. Yeah.
So I just moved into 2 more melee
Mhm.
ranges.
He did.
Dun dun dun. It's like,
Always think that, especially if you got something that's snaky, that they're probably going to have at least a 10-foot reach.
Zanashi has spoken. Praise.
Praise be. I am going to try.
I wasn't
And-
speaking in my Zanashi voice.
The avatar of Zanashi has spoken.
I am going to. Can I see down the hole from here at all?
Yeah, I mean, you can see a bit down.
Do I see where the tentacles are coming from?
No. Before
No.
it reaches there, it's dark for you.
Got it.
Poor
Uh,
halfling,
then-
no dark vision.
No dark vision. Then I'm going to use my crossbow on the one next to Alencia.
Got it.
A 23 to hit.
That hits. And holding the crossbow above the water with kicking your feet very, very, very frantically in order to...
Should that be at disadvantage because I'm swimming, so just normal?
As long as it's not underwater.
Okay.
I think that's the only thing that makes a difference.
I'm willing to take the disadvantage if you want it, but
I mean, worst case scenario, it would just be a regular roll and a 21 would still hit.
Dun, dun,
worst
dun.
case scenario is that in the future I don't get advantage. But yeah. Okay. Then and that'll be it.
With the bolt sinking in, the one that seems to be being focused between the three of you thus far is not in a great condition. You can see a few of the suction cups have actually been removed, bits of scales falling down into the water and being covered up by the sediment below. Brings us to the one near you, Zanashi. That is a natural 1.
Come on, man, with the fucking
Grabbing
suspense.
the rock and trying to rip it, the coral from the rocky wall, it finds itself a bit tangled up, outstretched completely. You see some juicy target points there, Zanashi.
And I probably peeved myself just a little bit. And since I'm wet, nobody can notice.
Did it suddenly get warmer?
Marking more territory, move to the next tentacle. Reaching around and being unsuccessful in finding anything, it will just begin to create a bit of a plume of dust. The sediment getting riled up quite a bit. Brings us to Alencia.
Yeah. I guess she's going to do the same thing.
It's probably a straight roll.
It is a straight roll if you're attacking because Alencia is grappled and restrained.
Oh, she is. Okay, well, she's going to try to get out. Does she need to do athletics or can she do acrobatics?
Unfortunately, it is an athletics check.
It's not unfortunate for me. It's unfortunate for you.
Indeed. Unable
For
to
not
break
being
free,
here.
Alencia finds herself being wrapped a bit tighter, becoming a little bit harder to breathe.
Did she take hit points of damage?
She did before. I think it was 10.
Okay, because I didn't mark it down.
Oh, 17.
I got it now.
Anything else for Alencia?
She, she really don't have anything if she's grappled, right?
I mean, you can still attack while grappled, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you try to get out of it, that takes up your action, but you can still attack.
Okay, well, she tried to attack, headbutt it, but failed.
Even with those sharp drow fangs, it doesn't seem to give you any hope. Pointy ears and all doesn't seem to do anything while in the grasp of this tentacle. Zanashi. This one is outstretched before you.
Zanashi is going to attempt to roll. Is this thing still got fairy fire on it? Or this one?
Not the one below you.
Okay, well, I'm going to attempt to roll a nat 20. I'm going to flip my switch.
Okay, you got it. Just make sure the switch is pointing the right way this time.
And unfortunately, I didn't succeed.
You gotta give it time to warm up.
Yeah. So, that's what I rolled.
Don't you have a second attack?
Yeah, I missed with that.
Oh, no, so, like, this is,
We're getting closer.
This is, from Zanashi, right? Or you...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The 21 does hit.
For 14. And we're going to gamble. We're going to gamble, and we're going to try to make it to the boat.
Go for it.
Guess I'll just go to right there. And I know I'm taking opportunity attacks. We'll see what happens.
Nothing happens.
Oh, had it already used this reaction?
We're all within range of the creature down below, so we're never moving out of range because it can probably still attack us. Because it's all one creature, maybe?
Yeah, but I moved out of
or
the
it just
range
doesn't-
of that tentacle, though, so I thought
Or it
maybe
physically can't see us.
I'm leaning.
So it
on
doesn't
that second
know
one now.
That's true.
because it's been hitting the ground looking for people, and it's stirring up dust when no one is around.
There's no telling. That's a good idea, though, that The
mean-
creature itself is underneath, and he has, even though he's got all these arms, he's only got so many reactions himself, and he can't see us physically. So I don't know. Who knows? But anyways,
These
that's
are all
where I
good
go.
theories.
That's where I end up at.
No problem. Anything else?
I put my hand on the boat. Who knows? Maybe a bright light will shine in the room, and we'll all turn into gods.
Zanashi, it's a wooden boat. Is that the end of your turn?
Oh, it looked golden. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Lusk.
All right, I'm gonna move. Well, I'm gonna move right here. I'm gonna attack this one with another booming blade. I summon thee, O powers, potato salad.
And as each of you look over towards Les calling out for potato salad, slashing forward, he just causes a nice big splash.
Fuck me, though.
I think it's safe to say no potato salad has appeared.
I love how every time I say potato salad, I get the opposite. A 3 and a 4
I
on
told
the
you you
rolls
cursed
with
it from
advantage.
doing it in this game.
Yeah, clearly. I disengage back to. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let's do a theory. I'm not going to disengage. I will move back 20, 30, 40, and then dash.
Okay.
To get back here.
Cool. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
No.
All right. Modar. Lusk runs out of the water, getting onto a bit of dry land. The tentacles still waving around. Zanashi has made her way to the other side, her hand on the boat. You can hear her voice inside your head. First.
All right. Looking around, I'm going to.
And I probably did say that.
All right. Actually, if I start here. All right. I'm going to, looking into this room, cast Fireball, starting at this point here.
Ooh, fireball.
So I believe that should hit those bottom 3 to the right there.
30-foot radius, right?
20 foot, I believe, right? 20?
I think that's a 30-foot radius.
I think you might want to look at it again.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm about to get fucking toasted. And plus, Valencia too. And Togo.
I thought I just read it. Range area 20 feet.
Fireball, okay. For some reason, I'm thinking 30, but maybe I'm wrong.
D&D, in D&D Beyond.
Might be, I know it's not, but like you might just be like getting something mixed up. I was thinking maybe delayed blast fireball, but that's pretty much all the same shit.
150 foot range and a 20-foot radius.
Okay, not bad.
And I believe, I believe that should be far enough away from
You should
Valencia.
move it farther back anyways to be safe.
Well, I was still trying to hit this one here.
Yeah, I know. You should move it back.
Gotcha. How's that? Is that?
You're fine. I'm just messing with you. It was so you don't hit that one.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure I did my math correctly. I was trying to do a sphere, but this thing does it the way it does its spheres is not. Yeah.
I think you just gotta hold like Alt or Shift or maybe Control or
Well,
something.
I
don't
did,
know.
but
It's something
but they
stupid
don't.
like
It's
that,
not.
but-
Yeah, but it's an ellipse. It's not a perfect circle.
Go
so.
ahead and roll me your damage.
All right, give me a second.
Okay, so as we normally do, top left, and then moving in a clockwise formation, we have a fail, pass, and fail. And as the one closest to Alencia begins to become seared, the wounds cauterizing from the slashes from Alencia's sword, it pulls back down into the crevice below quite quickly. A few air bubbles rise from the hole, but the tentacle seems to be gone. 4 remain.
All right, that is the end of my turn.
This one down to the south will do the same thing. Successful in finding a rock, chucking it over. Which direction? North. Alencia and Togo, dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexterity saving throw.
Pretty sure Alencia will pass it. But, gotta see, maybe it gets a 1.
I'm actually fairly dexterous.
At least with this roll. Zanashi, do it to it.
What am I doing?
Dex save from Alencia.
Hey. Keep a lower character sheet up every time. I don't like keeping it up in front of everything. She broke kitty.
Okay. Alencia will take 6 points of damage, and as she is battered with the rock, pushing her just a little bit towards the other tentacle, it will attempt to grab her with a 31. Doing so successfully, Alencia will take 21 points of damage and is yet again grappled and restrained.
She is unconscious.
Rough buddy. That will bring us to Togo. Togo, you see Alencia's body go a bit limp.
I will cast I guess I'll do Healing Word at a first level for my bonus action.
Got it.
healing for 9.
Okay.
And then... what do I have the better chance with? I am going to... I'm going to move back to where I was before. Where's that? So, to there, and then back in front of Lusk. And then I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Got it.
The one holding Valencia.
So as the radiant energy overtakes Valencia, some of the wounds heal over for 9 points, and her eyes open. She looks around a little bit frantic, finding herself wrapped tightly from this tentacle. You shoot your rapier?
How much did you heal her for?
Yes,
9
I
points.
shoot my rapier.
9 points on the healing award. That's what it says.
Okay.
Yeah, you did the rapier, not your cross. your
I know.
crossbow.
I don't think it's a
They have-
difference, but
There's no difference. If you want, I can reroll it, though.
no. I just that's what came up as rapier. You're like,
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
shoot my rapier across the room.
I'm gonna shoot it with the rapier. I didn't realize you had a ballista.
No, we left it on the boat after it was on fire, and we launched Shinashi with it.
The bolt piercing in, it makes its way through the tough hide, these scaly texture, and you can see where it punctures and a bit of blood comes out, but it doesn't sink in fully.
All right, and then that will be my turn.
This one will continue attempting to grab a piece of the coral, ripping it off, throws it in against the northern wall, and as it does, the coral shatters. And Togo, you notice that it gets just a little bit darker in the room. Zanashi, you see the coral begin to just lose its lighting. As it breaks, it blinks once, twice, and then a third time before no more green light is emitting from the coral.
So it gets dark.
This one reaches out, will not finding anything, causing a bit more dust and sediment to be risen from the ground. And it brings us to Alencia, who is still grappled within this tentacle.
She's going to attempt to break out. Unsuccessfully.
Unfortunate. But an 8 does not pass.
And that plus her bonus, I'm sure she actually lands a blow
Yeah,
this
for
time.
the unarmed strike, that will hit.
And I'm guessing it's probably just a set amount of points.
No, it's D6 plus Dex.
Is it that much?
For unarmed?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so 7.
Okay.
That's her turn.
So wait, there was just the one attack?
Yeah, using the action to break free and then attempting to hit with a fist.
Oh, got it.
Zanashi, first to touch the boat. It's your turn.
Is there anything in the boat?
Taking a quick look around, you notice that there's quite a few things. You see a couple of wooden chests, with the wood rotted quite a bit. You see shiny bits of gold and other valuables that lie within.
Okay. I am going to attempt to run back out. Now, these tentacles, they have the suction cups on one side, right?
That is correct.
I'm going to run to the back side of it where they have the suction cups, and I'm going to attempt to grapple it.
I love this idea.
Okay.
Not a single thing could go wrong with this idea.
As you reach around and you
Giggity.
are in full motion, you forget. Well, you can grab it from this side, but your hands, shit, they're within the suction cups.
But he can't get me off if he's sucking on
And
my hands.
now, this
It can
thing
just sled.
is bucking like a horse.
And as soon as I get him in a grapple, I want to attempt a bonus action to bite him, or bite the tentacle. Plus my bonus. I'm sure that's plus 7, so 22.
I don't think you're proficient in biting, but it will be enough to hit.
I mean, it's got to at least be 1 hit point damage, right?
I will allow you to roll a d4. Nice.
All right. Hey, I got those tusks.
And with Zanashi feeling as this one is grappled, and as far as the tentacle feels, it has captured something different, it feeling that it has the advantage as well. Is that it for your turn, Zanashi?
That's all I've got.
Lusk.
So, question: how high is the ceiling here?
10 foot.
Okay.
Not from the water, but from like the ground. It's got about 2 to 3 foot of breathing room.
Oh, so there's like almost no room. Got it. Hmm. Bonus action. I would like to stealth to move up to this tentacle. I guess, with putting as little motion into the water as possible.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
12.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to attack. Is it at advantage or straight?
It will be a straight roll, bud.
Yeah, usually is. Oh my fucking Christ. Oh wait. My last 4 rolls have been 1, 3, 3, and 4. I'm on a roll.
Maybe you'll break 5 tonight, but slashing forward with Sanzir's short sword, maybe having a slightly guilty conscience of stealing her sword is preventing you from striking the enemy. But perhaps not.
I'm breaking it in half.
Done. No more sword. Delete it from your inventory.
Actually, I probably am breaking it after this, but I have
Is that it for your
reasons.
turn?
Come
Yeah.
on, followers!
It is.
You got to do something
Modar.
better.
The
All right.
steam still rising from the fireball that you had just set off. You can see the couple in the back. One that is closer to you is just a bit wounded, but the one just behind it is looking a bit bloodied.
All right, this one that has Valencia, I am going to fire a level 3 Mind Spike at. And that will give me a level 2 spell slot back as well.
Unfortunately, it will be a pass.
So that's still 11
Half
points.
damage, right?
Correct.
But well worth.
And that will be my turn for the moment.
All right. One down towards the south, still emanating a bit of the magical and the arcane hue, will reach out and be unsuccessful in finding anything to grasp. You see it just grab little bits of the seaweed and plant life down below, and as it does, it just shreds it almost in pieces as it attempts to fling it about. The seaweed falls to the floor slowly, with no effect. This one still having Alencia in its grasp will fling Alencia in the eastern direction. Alencia splashes into the water just about 25 foot away from her current location.
Which direction? There you go.
And being in water and not hitting any solid surface, not taking too much damage, will only take 3 points of damage splashing into the water, going head over heels towards the other tentacle. Togo.
So is Valencia still up? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Barely, but she's up.
Then I am going to
If I see that Alencia and all of them are free, I'm going to yell into the room, find the corners, run to the edge.
wait a second.
You see, like you saw Alencia get flung. She's free, and you look over. You see Zanashi just trying to like tame a wild animal over in the corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna try casting Dissonant Whispers on the one in front of us. Or no, the one next to Alencia. I'm gonna try casting it at a... Let's go with first level, just to see if it works.
It will be a pass.
That's the one next to... Okay.
Yep, the one next to Alencia. It is a like I said, it's a pass.
Got it. Did it look like it had any effect, or can I tell?
From the looks of it, it just hit like the scale, leathery texture of the tentacle, and it just seemed to fizzle.
Got it. What I thought. Okay, I will do nothing. I will stay exactly where I am at.
The one that you are on, Zanashi, will attempt to, it will curl, and feeling it barely having anything within its tentacle, will attempt to fling. But with you having a little bit of an advantage, can you give me an athletics check at advantage, please? And with it whipping back to the left and to the right, you feel the force of it trying to push you off, but your hands stuck firm within the suction cups, and you're able to stay within your grasp, its grasp, however you'd like to put it, and you are still near the tentacle and take no damage. This one is a 17 to hit Alencia.
Didn't have her shoot up. That hits.
Well, I think it's quite safe to say Alencia will find herself unconscious and yet again grappled and restrained.
Okay.
17 points of damage.
Unconscious. And it's her turn, so once it's over.
Indeed, death saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a failure. Right.
One fail. Captain Goddess Zanashi, tamer of wild animals, it is your turn.
I am going to attempt for my melee attacks biting this thing.
Got it.
Plus my 7 or hit or whatever it is.
Yep, that'll hit.
I'll go ahead and roll the other one out. I don't think that one's going to hit. So I'll get 6 points of damage on the one hit. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to bite again.
Oh, D4 for the bite.
Oh, was it a D4? My
yeah,
bad.
I'll take the 3, but just as a reminder.
They just reduce 1 point off what I told you. Alright, so I do miss the 2 other bites.
Yep. But you seem to be in a pretty advantageous position here. Unable to be flung across the room, but still able to do little bits of damage.
And every time I bite, I'm trying to take a chunk of meat out, and I am eating it.
Okay.
So I'm
It's
not
attempting to gain their power.
I'm not spitting it out or anything like that. I'm trying to tear chunks out, and I'm swallowing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're hungry. It's been a while since you all ate. But is that the end of your turn?
That is. I
Zashi
just wanted to make
seems
sure
to
that
be
you
a
knew.
fan of calamari as she gets a few chunks of meat, and well, I guess it tastes pretty good. Victory always tastes nice. Lusk, it's your turn.
So, I turn to Togo. Can you help Alencia?
Yes. At least for a little while longer. Do you think that once she breaks herself free, you can help her get to the boat? I can at least keep her alive from here.
All right.
Well, is she grappled right now, or did it just hit her?
She's grappled.
I thought that one.
Grappled
I thought that
and
one just hit her. I thought that it threw her, and the next one I thought it just hit her. I didn't think it grappled
Nope,
her.
it still grabs her.
Yep, they're so. Oh man, I don't even know what to really do. So question: if I made it to this space, do I know if I'd be able to get flanking?
You're not sure. You, well, I'll just say no, because Alencia is not, like, creating a bit of it, like, any distraction, like, from an attacking point of view.
All right, I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna hold my action. Hold my action for Booming Blade. The trigger is Alencia. Alencia waking up.
Okay. Modar, it's your turn.
All right. All right. I'm turning at this thing right here in front of me, and I am casting Burning Hands at level 1.
Ooh, that is a fail. A 15.
Ooh.
All right. The fire encases the tentacle, and as it does, you can see bits of bubbles and steam rise from the water as it rises the temperatures quickly.
And after that, I'm going to continue. Get out of the water, everybody. Back on land, and I'm going to point towards the boat to try and like direct everybody that's in there in that corner. And then that will be the end of my turn.
One all the way to the south, reaching around, we'll find a coral down to the south. Ripping it out above the water, you see that it glows in this purple fluorescent color, and as it flings it off towards the north, it gets fairly close to you, Zanashi, but is still out of range for you to feel threatened. But a nice wake of water rushes over your face, so you have to hold your breath for just a moment, but that's the amount of discomfort it causes.
That's all you've got.
This one, feeling some of the tremors in the water, will reach out in front towards you, Modar, and Togo, but reaching, it just touches near the end of the water and then begins wrapping around towards its northern direction, following where the tremors of the water from Lusk had gone. Not finding anything and just causing a bit of a splash becomes Togo's turn.
Question. Can I use a bonus action for a spell and then a cantrip as an action?
As long as the, well, yeah, as a cantrip as an action,
Okay.
yes, because that answers the question I was going to ask, but yes.
As long as it's a cantrip, yes. Then yes. Perfect.
Yeah, you can cast a cantrip and a spell, but one has to be action, one has to be a bonus action. Yeah, you can't cast two leveled spells.
Unless one of them is a reaction, at least according to sage advice. That it's really weird.
I'm casting Healing Word on Alencia, and then okay, no, I'm just going to shoot the one holding Alencia with my crossbow.
Got it.
Not my rapier this time.
Unfortunately missing. As you shoot forth, the air, the bolt splashes just near Lusk, sinking down into the depths below.
That will be my turn then.
So, Alencia is awake?
Indeed.
All right. I guess that's trigger for Booming Blade.
Yes, correct.
All right.
Ooh, it hits.
I'll get a crit someday. Someday.
See
Oh my
the
God.
damage.
Well, progress, I guess.
It's a low sneak roll.
Oh yeah, it is.
But it's damage nonetheless. As you sink in, the energy encases it a bit, and Alencia still finding herself to just be essentially flung around like a rag doll in this situation.
She don't find herself flung around like a rag doll because she's unconscious.
No, she's conscious.
She's
I
awake
cast.
now.
Oh, you
She has
killed her?
12 hit points.
The one with the Uzanashi, attempting the same thing. Can you give me an athletics check at advantage?
Damn. That was terrible.
Unfortunately, this time, the suction cups in your hands come loose. You find yourself hung in the southern direction. 20 foot, and with falling into the water, you will take 7 points of damage.
I need that meat. Gotta pay for that.
This one, having Alencia in its grasp, will do the same thing the tentacle to the west had done, and the one that actually just to the north had done to Zanashi. A little bit beneficial. Throwing it in a northeastern direction. 20 foot. Unfortunately, not landing on land, or in the water, but on land. But luckily enough, only taking 10 points of damage.
Thank God, there's no way I was getting there.
But Valencia seems to be in somewhat of a safe position, flung behind the boat, and in the corner of the room. It is now her turn.
She'll stand up, pull out a poison crossbow, and fire it at the one that flung her.
That'll hit.
Solid ass roll.
I don't think she's going to get multi-attack on the bow.
Not unless she
So-
has crossbow expert.
I don't know if she does or not. I doubt it.
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
So with that, that'll be her turn.
But you see the poison seep in just a bit. The tentacle seems to quiver just a tad before flinching and extending fully, and the bolt popping out. The poison seemed to almost have an effect upon the creature. Zanashi, it is your turn.
I will take my elf mutilator and run up to the one that just flung Alencia and attempt to sever it.
Okay. That'll hit.
Okay.
You're going to the one just to the right, correct?
Yeah. And I attempt again. I
You can,
fail.
since these are at advantage, you can give me crit
Oh.
check for the first one and re-roll the second.
We'll just say the second roll was a crit check on the first one.
Sure.
That way I can just roll
And that's
advantage
a
on the
hit.
second one.
So,
Not good damage, though.
It's good damage on the first one.
And that'll
Decent
be
damage overall.
my turn.
Alright. Lusk, it is now your turn.
All right, sliding down one, spinning around and doing a booming blade again. All right, lucky number 7. The hit.
That is a hit.
7 or hell tonight. There is no middle ground. Anywhere between 5 and 15 is absolutely banned.
Or 20s.
Oh, better damage too. 24
Still-
total.
Still a 1 on one of the sneak die. Like, have you had a damage roll without a 1 in it?
No.
There we go.
I've had a 1 or a 2,
Every
and
time.
usually multiples of them on each one.
Usually multiple ones. But sinking in with Sanzer's short sword, maybe you shrug that off your conscience, and maybe that one was just too slippery to hit. This one definitely a bit easier.
I am going to dip out of the water, and I will touch the boat. I will touch the butt. Sorry.
And
Do I hear second?
no, but Modar, you do. You see Les touch the boat.
The
You
butt.
hear his voice. Second.
Modar looks into the room, seeing Zanashi being the only one still standing there. Zanashi, this is your last warning to get out of the water. And going to cast a level 1 magic missile at this creature.
Which one?
I've been hollering for the last 2 rounds into the room for everybody to get out of the water.
Hey. Okay. Did you forget what I did to you in Tomb?
I understand. I know. I gotcha.
Payback's a bitch, ain't they?
Yeah, you're about to get it right now. I was waiting for like to freeze the water.
Trust me, like I said, you've got one more turn. Like, this is Modar yelling at Zanashi. You've got one more chance to get out of the water. Yeah, level 1 magic missile.
At which one?
Do it.
At the one right in front of me.
Got it. All right, roll to hit. No, I'm just kidding. 2. Okay, it is doing the 7 so far, and 11. The 3 bolts batter the tentacle right before you, and you see a few of the suction cups get blown off and then splash into the water. The tentacle is not looking well.
And that is my turn for the moment. Or for this round.
This one will not find anything to grasp. Then, okay, let's see. We'll just do it as we normally do. Togo, odds or evens?
Evens.
Togo, the tentacle comes towards you.
Ooh. That's not good.
Oh, no, it is not. This will be a hit. It is a 31 to hit. you will be restrained, grappled. Wow. Damn near minimum on the damage. You'll take 13 points of damage.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Togo, you find yourself restrained, grappled, and pulled just a bit closer towards the tentacle.
I move 5 feet towards the tentacle.
I glance over my shoulder and see what just that loud squeak was.
Loud
Realized
squeak!
that it was Togo.
Well,
Actually, since we're at the top of the turn order, I know we got a little bit later of a start, but how about we go ahead and take our 5-minute break? Does that sound good?
That's fine. Yeah.
Alright, so we'll be right back. And from the looks of it, finish this out by the end of the session. Well,
if I finish this out, you mean finish me off?
Yeah.
Yes.
Giggity.
We need another
Be right back,
barbarian.
everybody.
after I go
so
down
we're
again.
back to it. At the top of the turn order, after a little potty break, we have Togo, who probably just warmed the water a bit himself. Now that he finds himself restrained and grappled within the tentacle, the suction cups cling to you tightly. Cure wounds yourself?
We're gonna cure wounds myself.
Ooh, not a bad heal either.
And what do I have as a bonus action? Oh, oh, oh! Never mind. Wait, what? Never mind.
Hey, pasa?
What's the range on that? This isn't something I can do this turn, but we can do it next turn. It'll be brilliant. As I'm sitting there, I'm gonna be going, Lusk, get me out! And inspire Lusk with a bardic inspiration. Because that was inspiring my cries for help.
Damn right it is.
That would
It's like-
embolden any person in the party.
It's like
Is
blowing
that
the water
every
for a
turn?
demon.
And that will be my turn. I figured Zanashi is killing the one that she's on.
This one. Finding nothing yet again, it will pull back down into the crevice below, disappearing from sight. Feeling the tremors of the water coming from Zanashi, it will reach out and attempt to attack you. That will be a 25 to hit.
Shield. Fuck, I don't have shield.
Ooh, and this is some good damage too. You will take 23 points of damage and find yourself grappled and restrained.
My character goes silent. Actually, no, it doesn't.
You have 1 HP, buddy. Thank you for keeping it up to date. That way I know for sure.
No, that wasn't up to date. I actually was down to 17, but my feature kicks in.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like having your character sheet like up to date, knowing that you have that ability. Work strong.
Orc real strong.
work strong together.
Plus, you've reminded me of it, I think, about 4 or 5 times, so if you hadn't, I probably wouldn't have remembered it was even there.
Yeah.
So,
I'm still alive.
thank you for the reminder. It was just preemptively, I guess. Foreshadowing, if you will. It is now Alencia's turn, and she is quite severely hurt as well, but using the crossbow to shoot some of the poisoned arrows towards the tentacle.
She's gonna check that again.
Oh, 25? That'll hit.
But a crappy ass damage, man. I rolled a fucking 1 on damage.
Ooh, but that is a fail on the save with a natural 1. And this will have disadvantage on the attack. Just so everyone is aware, as you see the poison seep in and take effect fully, the bolt seems to sunk in far enough that you see bits of the suction cups down below become a bit green in color.
That's it for her turn.
It's your turn, Zanashi.
So Nashi is going to swing at this one here.
Alright, they will be at disadvantage, but you can still attack.
Oh, I got disadvantage?
Correct. You are grappled and restrained.
Oh, shit. I can't swing at it. Tried to break out. Unsuccessful. So I'm going to fucking try to fight it with my bonus action.
Alright. Rip out another chunk of meat.
Plus 7, so 15.
Unfortunately, that's a miss.
Do I notice Zanashi is grappled, or am I fairly caught up in tentacles?
You can give me a perception check at disadvantage, because you are kind of on your own amusement ride at the moment.
18.
Yeah, you're pretty short, so your center of gravity is fairly low. You're not whipping back and forth as violently as some of the others. And while you get turned from the left to the right, you see Zanashi wrapped in the tentacle as well.
As a free action, can I yell at Lusk again? Or no?
For communicative purposes, of course. Talking is a free action. You can do it whenever.
Okay. Get Zanashi.
Seems to be a change of plan, Lusk. Anything else for your turn there, Zanashi, or is that it?
That's all I can do.
Alright. Lusk, it's your turn, my friend.
I have my marching orders. Booming Blade. I like how your plan focuses on my ability to do minimum damage.
You're going to roll a nat 20, man. Well, I mean, it's still a 20. It wasn't natural.
Hashtag it counts.
Actually, it's
It
banking
matters.
on my ability
Oh,
to. Ooh.
There you go.
yeah, above average. 27 damage. Yeah, assuming a 20 hits.
A 20 does not hit.
Yikes.
I'm just kidding.
I know better than
Everyone.
to fall for that. Like,
Everyone's heart.
everyone universally rolls their eyes. Uh,
The tentacle cast shield.
damn it, just like everyone else.
So,
I used
as
my
it-
reaction to cast.
As it sinks back down into the crevice, being quite wounded, moving down violently, Zanashi, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw. Don't fail.
Would I feel that? To bring out my 20.
As you're pulled down, still being grappled within the tentacle, you are smashed into the sediment, the sand below, just at the edge of the crevice, before the tentacle unravels and you find yourself just a few feet below the surface. Anything else for your turn, Lusk?
30, 40. I will dash, and I will place myself right here.
In the danger zone. Modar, do it. Fuck him.
Zanashi was grappled. Modar understands the fact that
I
she
know,
couldn't
just
run last
playing.
time. Trust me, if she had voluntarily not, he probably would have, but no. Modar saw that she got grappled, so it's not her fault this time.
It's actually probably your fault. With Zanashi turning her head, she probably was just a bit distracted from your calls. Lusk, it's at the end of your turn.
believe it is.
All right,
I,
Modar. I hope you feel guilty. It's your turn. Go
I
ahead.
should have dropped concentration on Fairy Fire when I took that hit for. Or wait, no. I need to make a con save for.
Correct. You're good.
Was it 15 points
Is
damage?
fairy fire concentration?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
It's either half of the damage or 10, whichever is higher, and I believe it was only like 15 points of damage, so that'd be like 7, so 10 is the DC. You're good.
Perfect. Oh, I was thinking it was Zanashi's one that she got hit for stupid damage.
Yeah, that one was a lot.
That's my
Yours
least
was
favorite
minimum.
damage type.
But Modar, go ahead, my friend.
I was going to get out of the way too, man, but
I know you were that time.
Clue's like winking at the screen as he says it.
I was going to swing one time on mine, kill it, and then if Togo was still grappled, I was going to run his way and swing on that one and try to free him. I wouldn't be able to make it out though, but I had to save him.
All right. Level 2 magic missile at the one grabbing Togo right now.
Got it. Give me them bolts. Pew, pew, pew. 3, 5, 9, 12.
That should be all of them, right?
The 3 bolts hit Togo. You see these bolts arcing from Modar's fingertips, and as they do, they seem to be coming quite just aimed directly towards you before just turning off into a different direction and then smacking into the tentacle. You feel the tentacle tighten up a bit, its grip tightening around you as well.
My heart rate goes even faster with flashbacks of the time Modar cast magic missiles at me.
That's the main
That's my
reason I
turn.
described it. Went down to the south, being successful in finding a few things, will be successful in finding another. Grabs yet another piece of coral and hurls it almost immediately back into the wall with which it grabbed. It grabs a piece of the purple coral down from the south and then flings it back towards the southwestern corner as it shatters and more light dissipates from the room. Having Togo within its grasp. Oh, Togo, this should be fun for you. You will go 20 feet directly north. So, being bashed into a wall and then falling into the water. You will take 11 points of damage as you are smashed into the stone wall and then fall into the water below. You feel the rocky walls, the sharp tips from the stone pierce into your back just a bit. You feel it puncture the skin and your warm blood drip down your back as you fall into the water. But it's your turn.
I, for my action, use Mage Hand to start slapping the water between these two.
Just in case, go ahead and roll me a con save.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
13.
you're good. Okay. You start splashing the water with Mage Hand in between the two of them. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's my action, and then. Shit. Um. And I guess I'm gonna move. And 20. Can I get to? No. I'm gonna go 10, 20, and move as far away from the tentacle as I can to there.
Got it.
And that should be as far as I can move, because I only have 5 movement left, so I can't move anymore. Do I use my bonus action? Oh, yes, I do. I use my bonus action to cast a level 2 healing word on Zanashi.
Got it. 9 hit points to use, Zanashi.
And that will be my turn.
Thank you, Toto.
Tentacle comes up right before you, Lusk, and as it does, it arcs back, nearly touching your head before smashing into the surface of the water right where the mage hand was padding. And as it does, each of you feel this force from the water just push you back a little bit before you recover and find yourselves still in your current location. Just FYI, that was a natural 20. Lucky.
Lucky,
Alencia.
lucky, you're so lucky. I apologize. There is something I did want to mention. If that that tentacle that went back down over here, just say it would have taken 2d8s of damage as it dipped in, as it was still affected by booming blade.
Yeah, since it
I
was
think it
reduced to 0 on the tentacle, what I did was carry it over and split it
Oh.
amongst others.
Oh, cool! Wow, thinking ahead.
Okay, so Alencia
I did a little bit of research on this, just a little bit.
is going to feel confident enough to move forward a little bit. Just to the water's edge. And fire a crossbow bolt. So you've been watching the one tentacle that looks very injured. But she's going to try to shoot the one to the south.
I would like to pop my head up above water and say, Alencia, touch the butt.
And she should have advantage, I think, still on that one because of the fairy fire.
You like to try it?
Oh, that's it.
Alexa, stop.
Yeah, the one to the... I don't know why that made me laugh. But you will have advantage on it. The 18 will hit?
So, and that will be her turn.
Doesn't Alencia have a +1 crossbow, or is that with the +1?
I think it is.
Okay.
Alright, let me roll the checks real quick. Alright, that is a pass.
Did Alencia touch the butt?
No. Lincia does not want to touch butt. But is that the end of the turn?
Yes.
Alright, Zanashi, it's your turn.
Okay, Is there still some coral over here close by? That's lit.
Down to the south, yes, a little bits, but not as much as there originally was. If 2 of the coral has been taken out thus far from the south, 1 from the north.
Modar, you still want me to get out of here?
You see Modar pointing towards the water for you to move. Yeah.
So I'll move up here and I'll turn and throw a javelin at the one to the south.
Okay. That'll hit.
And that's pretty much all I can do. I will give Valencia some comfort with a little smack on her ass. Good fight.
Zanashi has now touched the butt. Lusk, it's your turn.
15, 5, or 10, 20, 30. I move here. Booming Blade.
Okay, this will be at advantage, of course.
15 to hit. I think that's a
Doesn't hit.
miss.
Sorry, buddy.
But yeah, I mean, I'll use it. I'll use the Bardic
I was
Inspiration.
gonna say, you might as well right here.
Is that a D6 or a D8?
D8, I believe, isn't it, Togo? No. No, I don't know. Togo, you answer. I'll take the 1 nonetheless. A 16 is a hit.
I was hoping so. It did its job. 30 damage. Well above average. So that's 30, 40, and then I can dash 45, 50, baby back. I can dash all the way back. I can dash all the way up over to here.
All right. Back off to the northeastern corner on land near the remnants of the ship. That's the end of your turn. We move to Modar.
I believe it is.
All right. Modar seeing everybody cleared. Modar is going to center this on the creature that to the south.
If you have the cursor selected, you can just click and hold, and it'll ping it for me.
Trying to get it to do that. That's how you do it. Just hold. Center that creature right there. Going to cast the fireball.
All right, that'll definitely hit all 3, and it will get a little toasty for you as well. You will definitely feel the warmth.
I'll feel the warmth, but I should be outside the 20-foot
Yes,
radius.
well, you will be outside the radius, so you'll just feel the warmth.
I was gonna say I double checked that. So
Is has the water level significantly fallen in this room from evaporation?
No. That'd be a lot. Little bits of water. I mean, it definitely seems to have come down like a couple of inches if you want to be precise, but not a significant amount.
I mean, it is the fireball is a 40-foot diameter?
20-foot diameter. 20-foot diameter.
Sorry,
yeah.
20-foot radius, 40-foot
radius,
diameter.
So 40-foot diameter. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot of fire. I mean, not that any of us are scientists.
Listen, water takes a lot of energy in order to evaporate. So, like, the heat energy required to vaporize or to instantly vaporize that much would be a lot.
I mean, I have no clue, is all
We
I'm
can't
saying.
compare it to science when it's magic, my friends. That's not fair.
You're right, you have no clue, because I'm clue.
Exactly. Modar, with the fireball going off, connecting to the one in the south directly, you see it beginning to just char completely. Bits of flames still connecting, holding to the tentacles as they fall down below. You hear bits of sizzle as the flames are extinguished once hitting the surface of the water. The tentacle towards the center of the room still remains, but is quite severely hurt.
All right, and that will be. And I'll look at everyone's like, and I'll look at him. Get the last one, pointing at it, and that will be by the end of my turn.
You
Togo,
can do it, Togo.
you need to do more damage. Modar's out DPSing you.
I physically have no spells that will affect it.
Hit your hotkeys better.
QWE. What? So I'm gonna go in a line this way and do the same thing I did last time, and try and pattern the mage hand off something running this direction. So I'm gonna keep doing the mage hand trick as I slowly make my way this way.
Got it.
To the boat.
You some bitch.
He's doing a tricky.
And
I am
as
doing a
the water
tricky.
slaps, you see the tentacles still following the tremors close by, and at this point, just creating a bit of plume of dust as it slaps down into the the floor of the room. I should just go ahead and give you inspiration because I'm pretty sure you figured it out at this point. So go ahead and take one point of inspiration there, Togo.
Yeah.
I already have one. Does anyone not have one?
Yes, I'll allow you to hand it off to somebody because this one was kind of given with very little detail. It was more so the detail just given from the attacks.
I don't have one.
And Togo put the puzzle pieces together, it seems.
Lusk, you can take it.
Yeah.
You're the first one who said you didn't have one.
All right, Lincia.
Damn, already?
Yep. Modar took down 2 of the tentacles real quick with the fireball. And, well, there went their turns.
Alright. Let's pop the crossbow again. Just is a hit. 8 points. You get that?
Yes, I was rolling the con save. But the con save was a natural 20, so that didn't matter. But still some damage. That'll be it for Lincia's turn.
It is.
Alright, so with the bolt sinking in and the tentacle being in a very rough state, it is your turn, Zanashi.
Okay, I'm assuming that I can't get there in one round. Let me see, I think I got 40 foot, I believe. Let me see.
Might be wrong on this, but don't you have an increased movement speed when moving towards an enemy, or is that just straight work?
I thought that was when enraged that she just got that bonus.
I got 40 foot normal though.
That is the ability you're referring to, Kyle, is pure orc.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay, so it's going to be 10, 20, 25 foot to get there. I'm just going to, I guess, throw a javelin. And that's it. That's all I can do.
Well, 25 is a damn good roll, and the javelin sinks in and deals a bit more damage. Lusk, with this tentacle looking quite wounded, a few bolts and javelins sticking out of it, it is your turn.
All right, I will swim up to it, and then I will do my boom and blade thing that I do. Hit, please. Wow.
That'll
Those
play.
15's coming in strong.
Yeah.
You talk shit about not rolling in the mid, and now you're rolling in the mid.
Yeah, no, those 5 to 15s are happening now. Anytime I talk shit about my dice, I'm like, oh, fine, I'll do it now. Like, oh, hey, my rolls
your
are
dice
under average.
Spiteful as
Oh.
fuck.
They really are. I want a crit, they don't give me a crit. I make fun of them for not rolling good damage. They roll good damage. Make up your damn mind, dice. 21 damage.
Just barely hanging on.
All right, let's. I will dash and move exactly back to where I started.
Modar, you finished off the others? I guess it's only right for you to finish this one off. Let's do it.
I will bow and motion for Modar to complete the task.
It's only through my good graces that I allow this.
And with that, Modar smile and throw out a level 1 magic missile. Just to make
Okay.
sure it goes down.
The damage roll wasn't necessary.
No, it literally just the first one did it. The bolt hits it.
Actually, just 3. Sorry.
The bolt hits it, and then the other bolts follow as it moves down into the crevice below. And with each of the tentacles receding, you then feel, Togo, you a bit more than the others. The others more just so observing the fact the room does get quite a bit shallower. There is only 1 foot of water remaining. Unless, of course, you go over the holes in the floor.
Fuck, I go over the holes in the floor.
Nah,
Yeah,
brah.
who would do that?
With that, then, Moda, are we still in order? Or?
No, everyone, we're out of turn order.
With that, Modar will start to wade across, avoiding the holes.
I will be
the next
doing
to the,
this.
next
It's
to the
only
boat.
1 foot of water. You don't even have to wade. You could probably just walk through. I don't think you're that short, buddy.
I will be wading through the water. But as I'm doing this, I am having Mage Hand appear randomly, just splash, 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 splash.
Knock it off.
Are you telling me that you don't wait? Are you telling me that you don't want to kill the creature on the other side? You know it's still down there.
Yeah, and it can stay the fuck down there. I ain't going.
I mean,
We could use Togo as bait.
I'd like to see you try.
I don't think there's any reason for anything of the sort. Now let's take a look and see what we have here.
I do have a question for you, Kyle.
Go ahead.
So and this is because we're post battle, so but feel free not to answer. Was touching the boat correlated with the number of tentacles that were revealed or that were jumped out of the cracks? So it felt like every time someone touched the boat, or as I was calling it, touching the butt, a tentacle dipped down. or was that just
I think he was just messing with me there with Modar.
correlation, not causation?
Oh, the messages I was giving to Modar was just kind of like his subconscious, just because of like his personality, and then with like Zanashi's personality. Like Modar's been focusing on the task the entire time, and it was just kind of like a joke. When Zanashi hit, it was just playing to Modar's ego, I guess.
Yeah, she got there before Modar did.
I thought there was like a telepathy thing going on.
Oh no, it
Well,
was it was me being more just like in tune with your character progression thus far.
Yeah,
Got
no,
it.
it was that little voice in the back of Modar's head saying that she got there before he did.
Got it. There was an inside joke that I wasn't really getting yet.
That and Modar and Togo have both been playing around with with Zanashi with message, sending messages to her, and she thinks she can read people's minds.
Fucked up.
See what kind of assholes I play with, man.
I mean,
Making
I
me
think
lose my
everyone
fucking
here is their own
mind.
flavor of asshole, to be honest.
Hey, it's not our fault she's not smart enough to recognize our voices inside of her head. And and when she does recognize it, she thinks she's reading our thoughts.
You're bullying her, man.
This is kind of true. But looking inside, you see the quite damaged wooden chest. Little glimmers of gold peer through, but you can each see that there is quite a bit more. It can't be just full of gold. Perhaps silver, copper, more platinum pieces. But other than the chest, you see a leather pouch that lies on the base of the ship, just on the floor. And also, the rest of the ship is made of the stern, the rudder, and you can see where there is a support system as well for the mass, and like little bits of skeletal remains from the hull.
Modar will reach for the pouches, looking for anything that may resemble what would cause it to fly, or any of that type of information, any magical or engineering type of stuff. The gold, the payout is secondary to him at this point.
I will give advantage with either investigation or arcana, whatever he's rolling.
Alright, Modar, what are you rolling? Investigation or Arcana? You said specifically the leather pouch?
Well, I figure I'm grabbing the leather pouch to look
Okay.
inside of that, figuring there's going to be.
Investigation, then.
And you said you're giving me advantage. Is that what you said?
I am.
The pouch, definitely a bit worn. You can see at one time it may have been crafted in a very careful manner, holding whatever was precious enough to be inside. You also do feel the weight of two objects inside the pouch.
I will reach in to grab the two objects.
You find a pebbled stone halved with some engravings upon it. It seems to just be squiggly lines.
So it's two. It looks like a rock or a pebble broken in half. It's two pieces.
Correct.
Of that?
Like a river pebble. If like those like gray smooth stones.
Can I read the engravings?
They just hold on. I'll put it in Roll20 chat for you. Like that. Just literally squiggly lines.
That's funny that you even did that.
All right. Do I recognize them as arcane symbols or anything like that, or just not really? Don't recognize them as anything off the top of my head.
Unfortunately, do not recognize them. Not off the top of your head. If you wish to sit and kind of like study it for a moment, you can give me a history check at disadvantage. And sidebar, clue, don't blame me. You were a part of the game that did it.
I don't
It's
understand what you're
your
talking
fault.
about. How did
Actually,
I
you
do
probably don't know exactly what had happened because with that character you had like kind of no part. But don't blame me. I'll just say that's what the players that developed the lore did.
this? Okay.
All right. Do I notice anything else in the pouch?
No, that
Any
is
documents? Those are the only things in the pouch. All right. I will just put those back for the moment and keep looking around the ship and seeing if yeah. Listen, I'm just looking for anything that would indicate it flying. Looking for anything engraved in the wood, any metal, anything like that that would show something that would have caused it to be able to fly.
Each of you can give me another investigation check for another once over, if you wish to take part. Togo finds
Ooh, a boat.
everything.
I'm just gonna look and see if there's. I'm not looking for any writing or nothing because I don't give a shit about writing. I'm just looking for anything that might look interesting to me.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation. Zanashi, there's treasure chest right there. That should be interesting to you. But the rest of you are quite certain that you don't find anything of note.
Do I get a? Is there anything here that's magical? Can I make an Arcana check for that?
Yes, if you wish. You get no sense of anything magical. Like nothing comes to mind, I should say.
Well, I guess we should try and get a picture or draw a picture of this now, shouldn't we, Modar?
Yes, definitely. And with that, Modar will pull out his the notebook that he's been using and try and do what he can to kind of sketch and draw this ship and its design and whatever else he can figure out.
You're like a child, always scribbling on paper.
This is what we were hired to do. There's Anashi.
While Modar does that, I'm going to try and start putting together all the gold and jewels and gems and whatever we find inside those chests and sorting through it and seeing how much is here.
Well, with the time it takes for Modar to do a few sketches, Modar, can you give me a sleight of hand check? And then, since that'll take a little bit of time, Togo, you're able to get a fairly rough estimate of the treasures within the chest, there is well over a couple hundred gold, copper, and silver pieces. From a good estimate, there seems to be roughly 600 to 700 gold in total when combining everything. You also find what appears to be a green blade. The tip and the bottom seem to be broken away. But, like your best infomercials, there's more. You also find a golden pearl, a violet colored stone, a candle, a wooden box, and a sea blue colored liquid within a vial.
Can you is or can you post all that in the Discord? All the random assortment of things. I'll just have them all together so people can poke through, and I'll divvy out the 600 gold between us. And
Okay. I will make that available.
green blade with a broken tip and hilt, you said? Was the first one?
No, the tip and the bottom seem to be broken away. Just a remnants of a green blade.
Like, so there's no hilt on it at all, so it's just a blade with no tip.
I bet that does it go to the statue up front that Zanashi cut the head off of? Does it look like it was similar in size to that one, or is it just completely different?
You can roll me an intelligence check at advantage there, Togo.
Also, I'm gonna try and pocket the liquid without Zanashi seeing it.
Go ahead and give me
Togo.
a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Oh, I thought that was his role.
No, that's his intelligence check. For that, your intelligence, it doesn't seem to go to the statue in the front, but
Okay.
you feel that it goes to something else within your possession.
Chogo, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just going through the stuff here.
You're untrustworthy. Trying to slide that blue stuff in your bag without anybody seeing.
I just stuck it in my pocket as I was doing stuff. I'm sorry. I only got two hands. You see all this stuff here? Hey, look at the ground here. Look, I have a blue stone. I have a green blade. There's a wooden box. There is a candle. How can I carry all of this and then risk breaking this random vial? No, I'm going to stick it in my pocket, Zanashi.
You can't hide things from your god, though. You have to be completely honest with me.
I pull out the other potion that I drank, or that I didn't drink. And I put it in front of Zanashi's face and says, "What are you talking about? I can't hide things from you." And I stick it back into my pouch.
Zanashi was confused.
Tanashi obviously knew that you had taken it. It was a test of fealty of faith. Tanashi trusted that you would reveal it at the right moment.
Exactly. Anyways, I feel like this green blade goes to something that we have here, guys. What all have we gotten inside this cavern?
Modar, at this point, you feel that your drawing has come out very, very nicely. It's definitely the best one you have done thus far.
Oh, this is. I think I'm getting better at this.
Hands hold what you cannot see, clutching the missing key. Did you say that we had a key as well, or no?
If you're asking me, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
You never mentioned. Okay, good. Okay,
Well,
I'm
I
making
don't
things
know,
up.
did I? Maybe.
what is the position of the hands on that original statue?
They were holding the hilt of a blade with a broken, like the weapon was broken, but the hilt he was holding the hilt of a blade. I remember.
Are you
Wait, didn't
sure?
didn't somebody pick up a broken blade, a broken weapon earlier, and was going to try and fix it or something? Didn't some? I swore somebody picked up a broken weapon at some point and has been holding on to it.
Modar, give me an intelligence check at advantage.
Intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Straight intelligence. At advantage.
You sure you don't want me to make it?
You feel very convicted in your statement. What you said is correct.
Is it Alencia that has it? Because she's the only one that's not here.
Off the top of my head, I don't know who has what in their inventory for this, but I know what you have as a group collective.
Gotcha.
I don't write down who has what exactly when it comes to like certain things, but like for an example, but it is in my party sheet notes.
Gotcha. Because I remember. I know because I never cared about it, so I let whoever wanted it take it. But for some reason, I was thinking that Alencia or either Alencia or Zanashi had it, and they were trying to get it fixed at one point.
Or was it Lusk? Did you grab something, wanting to try and make a new weapon for yourself because the one that you have is horrible?
Hydra fangs.
Lusk does not have this item,
Yeah,
100%, because this has happened well before
Yeah.
Lusk appeared.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
Is it you that had it and you forgot you were trying to make this thing whole?
I don't think so, but I'm trying to think of what it was. Um,
It sounds like somebody has something in their inventory from a long time ago.
yeah, that's what it sounds like. And hold up, let me see if I can
She don't
Something I
get
can
shit.
help with.
try and find.
The only thing in my
In
defense
my
that I will
notes.
say is, remember when I warned you in session 0 saying that I may give some sort of detail that seems very meaningless in like a session 1 for an example that I think that I gave that may actually become very valuable information way later in the game. Now, it hadn't been that long, but I was just giving an obviously over-exaggerative example.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm thinking it was from the cave. I'm thinking we pulled it out of that other cave right before we went into
You
that
guys
town.
actually have it. Like, I know that for a fact. I'm just curious if you remember what it is. Which should be... I mean, once if you can't remember, I'll give you the answer, of course. But like, once you get the answer, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's right." In Lusk, I obviously don't expect you to know.
Thanks.
Your character would know the answer, but I mean, as a player, I don't expect you to know because this was months before we even talked about pulling you into this.
This wouldn't happen to be like a blade that Chula wielded or something akin to that, would it?
Ah, there you go, bud. That is
Okay,
actually
dang it.
something your character would exactly know.
Ah, dang it! I thought the statue that was inside the death cave had the hilt of a weapon on it, but it did not.
It's
And
too bad we can't remake the blade. It would be nice to have something to remember him by.
I mean, like after you kind of start putting the puzzle pieces together there, Lusk, the hilt made of rock bone that holds the bottom part of what appears to be a blade that was green in color, and a tip that Togo, once investigating, felt that to be a short sword, a long sword at most, from its carvings. Now, with the roughly 1.5 foot, 2 foot blade middle piece that you had found, putting those puzzle pieces together, this does seem to be a well-crafted longsword, broken into 3 pieces.
And what are as we put them together, do they seem to connect themselves or not?
No, but the breaks seem very clean, very intentional. They almost fit together perfectly, but you can still see them being separated. The breaks and cracks still give a little bit of a gap.
What session was that?
Um, I think 17 and then like 23.
Huh.
So at the earliest, roughly 3 months ago. But of course, we've had breaks and stuff in between, so 4 or 5 months ago. Like, actually, I would just like to say thank you for the reminder, Togo. This is almost 1 year to the day that we've started this campaign. We started this campaign August 11th of last year for session 0.
Did we really? You play that long?
Yep. I know that we're at session 35, but with breaks from holidays and everything else in between, we have actually been playing this game for like just about a year's time, a day short.
And we finally completed our second quest.
Correct.
Would you all be okay with me using this as a weapon?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it if it's something you can use.
I don't need it. I have my orc or elf killer.
Well, I honestly don't have anything better. And it would be nice to have something to remember him by. Ah, better days.
You don't get your sneak attack with a longsword, do you?
It's currently a short sword, isn't it?
Well, it's currently broken, but from the lengths of it, it does seem to be somewhere in that general vicinity. Either a short or a long sword. Not sure if the other pieces are giving it enough length.
I'd at least like to try it out.
You're more than welcome to. All right. And we think we can carry. Does it feel like we can carry the gold that's in here without too much problems?
I mean, it'll definitely be a little bit encumbersome. Togo did kind of split it out evenly amongst each of you. However, um, it definitely will be a bit of a way down, to say the least. Because it's not just all in gold pieces. This is copper and silver as well.
Yeah, y'all can just give your money over to me. I'll carry it.
There's other stuff to look at as well.
The
Other options, I guess you should say, or I should say. Just let Modar carry it. He's strong.
Very funny. Modar's gonna grab that violet stone and take a look at that.
I'm assuming that these are the things that caught my eye as I was looking around and pulling stuff together, correct? As like
Indeed.
either interesting or. So you're taking the violet stone.
Can
Yeah,
you give
I'm
me
not-
an investigation check there, Modar?
Absolutely.
Well, I didn't expect you to pass that. Can you give me a history check? Hot damn. Alright, bud. You would know this stone to be exactly what it resembles. A violet stone. It is recorded in some books that you remember reading from other worlds. There are recordings of this stone being found very rarely and deep within Elista's surface. The notes that you've read upon it, you recall that it changes its color depending on the direction of the sunlight, giving you a bit of a hint of direction on which way you are heading. And also giving you a precise location within the world as well.
What does it point to?
So it's essentially like a magical compass that
Correct.
tells you where you are inside the world. Like, okay,
Yep.
when you say inside the world, you mean anywhere on top or below the surface, or just like anywhere on a
Correct.
map?
Anywhere on the map, below, above, anything in between. It gives you your precise location.
Okay, do I know how? Like it, like mentally, it just tells me where I am, or it marks it on a map.
Mentally, I would, from what I'm reading. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, this is a very interesting object. This stone will allow you to know exactly where you are within this world.
We know where we're at.
When I pick it up, and I try to concentrate on it, what do I come up like?
Give me a
what
con save.
a con save?
Correct. This is fantastic. Modar, you've made me the happiest person in the entire world. Modar,
Oh,
you literally fall to your ass as your mind feels that it is exploding. The world of Elista is much more vast than any map you've ever seen. In fact, in comparison, where you're at in Elista is roughly a fourth, maybe a fifth of the rest of the world that remains. And with that, you're the only one that knows this. Or at least that's how you feel.
Are you okay, Modar? You look a little um,
Um,
strange.
this is absolutely incredible. Um, this this world is much bigger than anybody has ever guessed. Any of the writings, any of the stories, anything that anybody has ever that has ever talked about Elista, we this we haven't even scratched the surface as to what's out there. This is absolutely incredible.
That's cool.
And you know this how?
Trust me.
All right. Do I notice anything special about the box?
Can you give me an investigation check?
I can do that. Probably not. Probably made of good wood.
It is indeed. But the wooden box is engraved with a what appears to be a small ship. There are also the engravings of what appear to be 5 individuals. And then also an engraving of the ship, the 5 individuals that seem to be writing along squiggly lines.
I look over at Modar and wave him over. Did I see the squiggly lines on the stone earlier that was inside the bag?
Not
Uh,
to my knowledge. But, Modar's got him.
Okay. I was just questioning on things that I might want to point out. I point out and say, does this remind you of the people you were reading about in those books?
Modaro slide the violet stone into his pockets, grab that, and take a look at it. If he recognizes those symbols, he will grab the 2 pebbles out of the bag and put them up next to it.
They definitely look similar. And I know we're a bit over our time, but there's one other thing, which I'll just point out to you now, noticing that, we're almost 20 minutes over. I'm sure Clue's like flicking me off right now because he wants to go to bed. Okay, so other than the candle being uninspected, as you recognize the bits of the symbols there, Modar, you run your fingers over them just a bit, and the box begins to open. It unfolds bit by bit, soon becoming way too heavy for you to hold. It falls out of your hands and continues to unfold. Soon, a small ship, roughly 10 foot in length and roughly 6 foot in width, seems just about the size of the small boat that you had taken to land upon the Celestial Vale. Modar, as this ship takes place, and with your previous drawings, you look at your picture and you have an exact replica of the ship that you had been drawing. And then with that is where we will call tonight's session. So, I hope each of you enjoyed tonight. I definitely didn't expect that combat to go as long as it did. Lusk, I blame you. You should roll better on your damage. Thank you for picking it up in the second half. It made it go much quicker.
I did my best, thank you.
I'm so glad you didn't blame me.
No, definitely Lusk's fault.
I mean, I'm over there biting.
Yeah, well, you also did try to ride one.
Yeehaw,
I
motherfucker.
did.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, full disclosure, you rode a Kraken tentacle, and just as a heads up, I would plan on, no, excuse me, being a level up when exiting this area. So if there's any planning that needs to be done, kind of brainstorm ahead, and we'll get to that next session. Hopefully next week. Since we're out of the dungeon, we might be able to pick it up to every week now.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll see
Fingers
how it
crossed.
goes.
But again, I hope each of you had fun. And then other than that, have a good night and catch y'all next time.
Thanks again for DMing.
Have a good one.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.